would be remiss if I didn't talk about identity, at least in this first one fourth of the way. um, yeah, so everything that you're experiencing right now is from an old identity. And that could be absolutely amazing to you. You could have tripled your income in your business from where you were before. You could have started dating or whatever the case may be. Where you're at is based on an old identity. That means, unless you want the exact same thing, you have to step into a new identity. And this is so connected to, now let me go back and say this again. This originally started out as a challenge I did personally for myself. However, as I actually took on the challenge, I realized the impact it would also create for you as you listen in. And so, yeah, identity is a huge portion of it. You know, I would teach things based on identity within my coaching and consulting programs for business owners. And I would notice how, some people were able to just get the strategy, make it happen, get the results, while others seem to have more challenges with the same strategies, just implementing them. And I realized a lot of it was based on how they saw themselves. And when I say that, people always lean towards self esteem, which is a really huge part of it. But do you see yourself earning $83,333 or more per month? Because if your desire is seven figures, that is the minimum you need to make monthly in order to make it happen, unless you have it suddenly and it happens in the last 6 months of the year or the last 90 or 60 days of the year. But from a 12-month standpoint, $83,333, can you even see yourself earning that? And so, if you're existing in an identity that really can't see that, although it may be a desire, you are going to manifest and bring into fruition the results that you see will be based on how you see yourself. And so, I want you over this time to begin thinking from a different space. What does that person who 3 to 5x their business look like? How does she operate? How does she function? And so identity is a huge part. Although I'm giving this a short um, time frame as it relates to this audio video, but don't let the time frame that I spent speaking on it minimize the importance of it. Because everything that you desire for your business, everything new that you desire for your life, is simply waiting on you to become a match for those desires. That's it. That's all. Listen, that's my take on today. I am Tanya Wilson, also known as the Growth Strategist. I also have two specific bodies of work where I focus on identity. One where I focus completely on identity. Those are my abundant identity shifting sessions. They're called Your Abundant Identity, Your AI, if you would. And it's 3 weeks with me, and we just focus on identity. I've had clients who have gotten results in 24 hours. I have not had a client yet to have an identity shifting session who didn't have an increase in their finances in under a week. I've had those who have done it in 24 hours, but within 1 week, I have not had a person to take an identity shifting session with me who didn't have an increase in their finances in over a week. And I want to say those abundant identity shifting sessions are not about business strategy. And so Yeah, your identity has a lot to do with how you're showing up. The second body of work I have to support you in your identity is called Quantum Cash. Now, Quantum Cash has all of the components of your abundant identity sessions with some added, I don't want to call them bonuses, but added strategy and concept. So, what often happens for a business owner that has an identity shift in sessions, there's a likelihood that the person that you are talking to changes. And so, I help you identify who are the perfect people that are aligned and a match for this new identity you've stepped into, this new identity you've created and are embodying. So, we define who your perfect people are because, listen, I mean, you just don't see things the same. Doesn't mean all you'll lose all of your other clients. Many of them will come with you, but there is a likelihood that you'll be speaking to a different set of people. I help you identify that. And then lastly, we create what I call a U print, and that is your strategy to be able to deliver this new identity, this new perfect person archetype that is in alignment with your identity, how to present that in the marketplace so that you can get to higher income realms quicker, sooner, simpler, and faster. Listen, that is my take on today. I will leave the link to those two opportunities for me to support you in shifting your identity in the comments. Please take heed to the things that I've shared as well. And I will see you on the next round of 100 Days to Exceptional. Peace and abundance.